The email on my BlackBerry read, "We got him, finally." It was news of the arrest of James Whitey Bulger, the reputed mobster out of the Boston area, wanted in connection with 18 different murders. And let me remind you, not just murders of men, but murders of women, innocent women as well. James Whitey Bulger finally in custody in California. And I was actually on the hunt with the FBI over in London when I was a correspondent at America's Most Wanted 3 years ago, searching for Whitey, and we learned so much about him. We learned that he allegedly had money stashed all throughout Europe, and he had truly set up his life on the run in a very massive way. I got to interview Howie Winter, the head of the Winter Hill Gang in Boston, one of the few interviews he ever did, and he actually told me that Whitey used to wear makeup and dress up as a woman when he would go to undercover meetings and go into bars so he wouldn't be recognized. I also got to speak with Teresa Stanley, Whitey's common-law wife, who only did a few interviews, one of them with me, and she told me that Whitey had all of these idiosyncrasies. He was a germaphobe, and so he was afraid to actually touch escalators when he went up and went down because he was so afraid of the germs. She also said a couple things that also turned out to help in his capture as well. She said that he loved water. He loved being by the beach. And as it turns out, he was found in California right near water. And she also said that he loved animals and loved exotic animals. And she actually gave us at America's Most Wanted a number of photos of Whitey with exotic birds and other animals that obviously didn't fit the portrait of what many people thought a mobster would be like. But needless to say, earlier this week, the FBI actually announced that they were releasing a number of PSAs targeting Whitey's girlfriend, Catherine Grieg, and actually focusing on a few things that we reported when I was at AMW, which is that Catherine Grieg was a dental hygienist and that she had to have her teeth cleaned regularly every month. And so when the FBI released these PSAs in certain areas of the country where they thought that Whitey and Catherine Grieg might be hiding, they focused on anybody who might have seen Catherine Grieg. She was much younger than Whitey Bulger, and the intelligence was telling them that she would still be getting her teeth cleaned, maybe having plastic surgery, and as it turned out, those PSAs led to the tip from somebody in the public who led the FBI right to Whitey Bulger and his longtime girlfriend, Catherine Grieg. It can't be understated how important this is to the FBI. This was their most wanted domestic criminal. James Whitey Bulger was at the top of the list. When you look at the FBI's most wanted list, it was Osama bin Laden and then James Whitey Bulger. So now both of those guys are off of the list. But I got to tell you, there's also a little bit of kind of nervous uncertainty behind the scenes because Whitey Bulger, being an FBI informant, undoubtedly has a lot of dirt on the FBI. So there is a bit of nervousness behind the scenes as to if this ever does get to trial, and it's a big if, but what does Whitey Bulger know? What names is he going to name? And in this scenario, who's been helping him while he's been on the run? And if so, has anybody in government actually been helping him? But I know this, having spent a lot of time with the FBI's Whitey Bulger task force, even when everybody around them was saying, you're never going to get that guy alive, he's either dead somewhere or he's overseas, you're never going to get him, this team of very dedicated FBI agents in a very discreet office space in downtown Boston never wavered from their mission, and their mission was to find Whitey. They followed up on every single lead, tens of thousands of leads over the past 17 years to actually find Whitey, and so they are obviously calling today a success, and we're getting ready to see what the next chapter in the Whitey Bulger saga holds.